Hello, hello, hello. Can y'all let me know if the sound is okay? I cleaned my desk today and messed up my whole set, so I had to redo it. A little bit crazy. I talked to Uncle Lisa yesterday. Is something going on that I don't know about? Can you let me know? Actually, I talked to him on Wednesday. I'm going to send him a message right now. Hello, Bob's Adventure. A little bit crazy. Hitch up in tow. Hello, hello. How's everybody's week been? We made it to Friday. No, just not seen him in streams. Oh, okay. He might just be busy. Not really sure. I talked to him on Wednesday, and actually, there may, just may, be a breaking news story coming soon regarding Uncle Lisa. Just saying. Keep an eye out. Never know. So today, I have a true crime story that I wanted to cover because when I found out about this story, I was blown away by the strength of Daisy. If you all seen the Hey Happy Place Camping, if you all seen the thumbnail picture, that is Daisy Coleman. And when I heard her story, I was shocked at the things she had gone through, and then also, like I said, blown away by the strength she had. At the end of her life, it's questionable. Her family doesn't believe it was suicide, but she did suffer from depression and had many suicide attempts. So whether or not it was suicide that ended her life, I'm not sure. But her story, her life is incredible, and the legacy that she left behind is incredible too. So we're going to go ahead and get into that story. Daisy Coleman was born on March 30th, 1997, and her life was ended on August 4th, 2020. She is I'm going to type this in the chat because I can't say this word on YouTube. But from here on out, I will say SA. So she is a SA survivor. There were films made about her story. She's from Maryland. I think it's Maryville. Sorry. She went to Maryville High School, Missouri Valley College, and originally from Albany, Missouri. So she's local to my area. Hey, Melnetti, living free zip code lists. Now I'm going to kind of read off of the fact sheet, but I'm also going to kind of just say what I remember of the story this time. So just to be clear, all facts may not be actual 100% fact. This is what I remember and my opinion on the story. So she had an older brother, and she was, how old was she? I think she was 14 or 15 at the time. And her older brother had friends that Civil Serpent, I'm sure you will. Her older brother had friends, and of course, younger sisters are always going to crush on their older brother's friends. It's kind of a thing, right? Well, when she was about 14 or 15, her older brother's friends told her to sneak out, her and her friend, to sneak out one night. And so being teenage girls and wanting to go have a fun time and not thinking anything could ever happen to them, they snuck out of the house, and the teenage boys came and picked them up. Now, these teenage boys didn't tell their friend, which was her brother. They just invited these girls out. So the girls go and get in the car with the teenage boys. The main perpetrator in the story is Matthew Barnett, and he was 17 at the time. So they get in the car, and they go with the teenagers. They get to drinking and partying and having fun. And the next thing you know, these girls, there was 2 of them, I remember I said 2 of them, were SA'd by Matthew, and it's been alleged that his friends were also involved. There was also a person who videotaped this incident. It happened to both of the girls, and they were, after all was said and done, and this is horrific too, the teenage boys brought them back to the house they had snuck out of and dropped them off in the front yard, because the girls were incoherent at this point. Remember I said they were 15, 13. That one girl was 15 or 14, and the other girl was 13 years old at the time that this happened. So they had been drinking, had SA happen to them, and then these teenage boys brought them back to the house that they came and picked them up from and threw them out of the car into the front yard and left them there. At the time that this happened, it was winter, so it was freezing cold at the time. And as you can imagine, any parent that finds their daughter in the front yard like that, hey, Sybil, I know you have your own opinions on things, and I get that, but I would prefer to just tell the story the way I'm going to tell the story, and anyone can research it that they want to. They were left in the front yard. The parents did eventually, the next morning find them, and reports were made to the police station. Now, here's where it gets even more horrific. This was known as a small town, per se. So news spread pretty quickly once the girls turned the boys in and made the reports. And like I said, there was even a videotape of the incident. Well, instead of a community supporting the 2 victims, the community, the other children, started bullying these 2 girls online. Because you see, Matthew Barnett was a football hero at the local school. The police didn't really want to believe what had happened either. So these girls went through social media bullying, police departments not believing them. Sorry, my phone fell. I'm going to go ahead and read what Wikipedia says now about this, now that I've kind of recounted what I remember of it. It says in January of 2012, Matthew Barnett, 17, was arrested for the SA of Coleman, a 14-year-old girl. A 15-year-old boy was accused of doing the same to the girl's 13-year-old friend. And a third boy admitted to recording Barnett's alleged assault on a cell phone. A significant controversy arose in 2013 when the county prosecutor dropped felony and misdemeanor charges against Barnett. grandson of influential former state representative Rex Barnett, and the Nottoway County prosecutor dropped the felony sexual exploitation charge against the third boy also. Outrage in online communities, including Anonymous. I don't know if you've all heard about Anonymous, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Soon followed when the story surrounding the case was revisited in October of 2013. Michael Schaefer, reporting on the incident for the New Republic, described Maryville, Missouri as a lawless hellhole. In 2014, a special prosecutor was put in charge to reinvestigate the case. Barnett pleaded guilty to misdemeanor second-degree endangerment of the welfare of a child for leaving her outside her house, and was sentenced by Missouri Circuit Court Judge Glenn Dietrich to 4 months in jail that were suspended in favor of 2 years of probation. Barnett was sentenced in juvenile court for the assault. So, civil, a little ways back, mentioned that Daisy kind of had a past. Daisy was 14 years old, and not like the most straight and narrow type of child. However, I don't think that makes an excuse or a reason for what ended up happening to her. And there was physical proof of what had happened to her. Now, the 13-year-old friend that was with Daisy at the time and had the same thing happen to her, she committed suicide. I think it said, I could be wrong about this. I'm not 100%. I think the 13-year-old friend, committed suicide shortly after it happened too. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Now, going forward from there, what I find to be pretty remarkable is that Daisy went through all this bullying. Her family went through bullying. Things were done to their house. They were basically chased out of the place they grew up and lived in, and they had to move. But Daisy, even though fighting depression and suicidal thoughts of her own, went on to start an organization. I'm sorry. I am so unorganized today. Let me find the name of the organization. Coleman and her older brother Charlie advocated nationwide for SA survivors. Coleman, as one of the 13 most fearless teens of 2013, Coleman's story was also featured in the 2016 Netflix documentary Audrey and Daisy. Coleman and Audrey Pott were recipients of the 2016 Cinema Eye Honor as Unforgettable, Memorable Nonfiction Film Subjects. She went on to attend Missouri Valley College. She co-founded Safe Bay before anyone else, a nonprofit organization aimed at ending SA assaults in middle school and high schools. In June of 2018, Coleman relocated to Colorado Springs, Colorado, and was working as a tattoo artist. She worked on a second film project titled Saving Daisy, focusing on her recovery process, post-traumatic stress disorder, and the use of CBD and MDR therapy. So she went on to turn her tragedy and everything that she went through into something that provided strength for others. In the story that I read and went over, her mother was saying that one of the things that Daisy struggled with, though, was a lot of people would reach out to her and tell their stories of the things they had gone through to her. And she was getting hundreds and hundreds of messages of all of these things that were happening to other children around, other teenagers, and so on and so forth. And that was taking a toll on her too, because she didn't want to let people down by not being supportive to them, but being supportive to them also took a toll on her. Audrey committed suicide 8 days after the essay, and pics of her were posted on the internet. Yeah, that's the other one that was in the movie. There's also Happy Place. I'm having trouble because I didn't take proper notes like I should have this time. But I think Audrey was from California though, and she was just another story similar to this. But I know there was a 13-year-old girl that was also with Daisy, and the same thing happened to her. And I don't remember if she committed suicide or not. I was thinking she did, but I'm not sure. Ultimately, though, like I said, Daisy ended up committing suicide in 2018. But her legacy lives on through her nonprofit organization that she started. Her brother is also very big in the organization and helping raise awareness too. But I thought this was an important story to talk about because these things happen so often, and they are not talked about, and young girls think it's never going to happen to them. And if they have a past that's not the cleanest, brightest past, it's often blamed on them. And that's kind of the way that Daisy's story went, was the community blamed it on her. She shouldn't have snuck out. She shouldn't have been drinking, so on and so forth. And instead of supporting her, lifting her up, and being there, they all just let her fall. And I think that's tragic. However, I think the strength that she showed during her life in starting the organization, raising awareness, and all of that is a beautiful thing. So I know it was a short story, but like I said, I think it's one that needs to be talked about. And I highly recommend, if this subject doesn't bother you all that much, I mean, it's bothersome, but if it's not triggering or anything like that, I highly recommend looking into it a little bit more, looking into the organization, and maybe watching the movie. I think it's a powerful story. So that's our true crime story for today. Happy Place said, yes, Audrey was from California. Then we have Papa Drew. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hello, hello. Papa Drew said, it never happened to me. I was never ever, what are we talking about? I'm late. Papa Drew, I have a man bun and I'm rocking it. I need hair help. Like I have a man bun and I want a man pony. And what cool things can I tie up in my hair? You're so silly. My hair's a mess today, so it's just up in a bun. Linda said, congrats on the hair growth, Papa Drew. I'm going to go back up here in the comments, see if I missed anything. My mind, like, I didn't stream Wednesday or Friday last week. I did stream on Sunday, but I had people on here with me. And then I didn't stream on Wednesday this week. Life's just been a little bit hectic lately, to be honest. So now I'm on here by myself, and it's like that getting back into the swing of things. And I'm stumbling over words worse than I usually stumble. Sybil, if you're still here, I see your comment that says, okay, I'll keep my brilliant mind to myself. I didn't mean any offense by what I said. It's just I'm reading the comments while I'm talking, which is probably something I shouldn't do. And I try to present all the facts that I have when I do a story, and then also suggest people go do the research on their own too. So, hey, Nursing Our Travel Bug, I loved your St. Louis video. It was good to see the stadium. If y'all haven't seen, Nursing Our Travel Bug just released a video yesterday, I believe, about their trip to St. Louis. It's pretty cool. Papa Drew put the information in for the shirts for the meetup. We also need tips, or we will be standing there in the dark to look at each other, and it gets cold. We will have a tip jar. If you have problems, contact Teespring. Teespring, not T-string, Teespring. Courtside family reunion. Meetup January 16th to 24th. Tip jar for wood, etc. Hey, Shanna. All right. So I want to hear how everybody's week has gone. Type it in the chat. Let me know. Have you had anything exciting? Do you have any videos out? What's your week been like? And tell me what you got coming up this weekend. Do you have anything fun, exciting, relaxing? Let me know. I wanted to ask the ladies in the chat. I recently got some new nail products. This thing here. And I don't know, Nettie does amazingly beautiful nails. She is a pro. I've always been able to do mine, but they're not like pro by any means. I'm just now starting to get into designs. I usually just do them and then paint them. But I was wondering if any of the ladies would like a video on how to apply gel to keep your nails nice and hard and protected, maybe how to apply tips or some decorations or things like that. If any of you would be interested in that from a beginner's perspective. Papa Drew said, if I can do nails, will that help me get hot chicks? I bet you'd get to talk to a lot of hot chicks if you did nails. Definitely. Papa Drew said, hard tips. Too funny. I'm telling you, I don't think before I speak. Shelly, hello. Our epic RV adventure. How are you? I'm so jealous. Nettie and Shelly are traveling and together and spending time together. I'm so happy because they're two amazingly kind women. And they get to spend time together. So I'm very, very happy for them. Jealous because I want to be there and I want to have girly nights. You know, sit around in our PJs and do face mask and stuff. That just sounds fun. I want to act like a 13-year-old again. I don't know. Shanna says, I just spent a couple hours with an RV guy who was checking my propane and electrical. Tomorrow, he will reseal the roof. That sounds exciting. So you're getting it all prepped and ready? Now, will you be going out in it or will you be winterizing it? Do any of you winterize? I know that most of you live in the RVs, but do any of you winterize because you park your RV? I remember that used to be the biggest pain in the butt thing about our RV because we lived in a house, sticks and bricks, and then we just had our camper for weekends and stuff, and we used to have to winterize it. Somebody else commented, I think it was Hitch Up and Toe says, back in lockdown. Oh, our county went from yellow to red. So yellow, they were saying they were going to go ahead and put the kids back to full-time in-person schooling. And then we went red, so they stopped it. But they have over 365 kids, teachers that are positive for said illness. And then 700 and something that are in quarantine right now from said illness. And this is without the kids all being back in school. This is with hybrid learning going on. I don't understand why they would want to start back if the numbers are that high. Doesn't make sense to me. Papa Drew says, see if I learn to do nails and toes with my wit and man pony and stuff. I think I have a better than not picking up hot chicks. The downside is my house is parked behind my work, so not a win. Well, I mean, you could always just put a little nail salon out on your front porch, do nails there, and then if the girl likes you, take her right on in the house. Shanna says, I don't want to winterize. I want to go to warmer temps. Yeah. I figure a lot of you chase the warmer temps. Isn't that what most that travel do? Go to warmer temps? Nell says, hey everyone, I'll be listening and driving. Thanks for listening, Nell. Get ready, the whole country is about to be locked down for the next 4 years. Oh, I'm not going into that political comment. Nell says, I don't understand anything anymore. Knockout juice would work, wink, wink. No, I covered, it was a short story today. It was a story about Daisy Coleman. She had some stuff happen to her when she was a teenager. She survived it, then was bullied for it, and started an organization to bring awareness and support. And then, unfortunately, her life was ended early. I just really wanted to bring awareness to it so people could check it out, do a little research on it. I think she's a powerful story. I think sometimes bringing awareness to some powerful stories is a good thing. Hitch Up and Toe said, we don't chase the warmer temps. We live in the UK. Hey, well, Nellie. Oh, I didn't see. I wasn't looking. I need to run back up through the comments real quick and look at something. There's that door opening behind me. Oh, I want to look like Captain Jack and move, dude, not the topless YouTuber. Okay. Wow, my mind just went completely blank. Nettie said ghost. Have you all, I know some of you have watched hippies morgue videos, but have any of you gone back and checked, like in the comments there's timestamps, and have any of you gone back and like looked at the different timestamps to see the different stuff move? Because I know I talked about that before, and I'd love to hear what everyone's opinions are on how like the egg moved or the rocking chair or how the bucket flew across the room with nobody down there. I would love to hear some explanations because I genuinely am like, thinking it's truly haunted. Truly. Papa Drew said, no, thank you. Nope, nope. Not doing that. Papa Drew would love to, but they wouldn't let me in. Said one Papa Drew is enough. Maddie said, so scary. Yeah, I'm going to try to grab the clips and put them up on here one day. It'll probably be on a Sunday sometime, but I'm going to try to record the clips of what I'm talking about and then put them up on here for us to examine together, because I am genuinely lost on how, like, the egg was sitting sideways, it turns this way, then it turns back this way, and then it turns over the other way, and then it turns back this way. It's like, I don't think Hippie would lie, because he has said he's not there. He's even come up on screen and he's in his RV, which is in Florida, and the mansion's in Illinois. I don't think Hippie would lie in any way. But my brain automatically wants to go, well, maybe there's a fishing line hooked to it, or maybe somebody moved it. But the way this egg moved, there's no way somebody could have moved it. So I'm genuinely lost on how it happens. And that's why I think I want to review it with all of you. Ozark Pathfinder says, love ghost stories and mysteries. Hey, Ozark Pathfinders, long time no see. If you love ghost stuff, if you go over to Nomadic Hippie's channel and check his paranormal morgue, it's a morgue. He does like hour or two live streams from the morgue, and has little things set up, and they move. They're all time stamped as to when the things happen in his comments, so it's pretty easy to find them. Ozark Pathfinders, you are in a cold climate area and you have a sticks and bricks. Are you planning on winterizing your RV for the winter season? Papa Drew says, I have a real, no joking condo on the ocean in northern Italy. If the states get too stupid, I'm going back to the old country. The condo is paid off and is ready for me. Ooh, that sounds nice. I could only dream of sometime, maybe, in my lifetime going to Italy. Hey, Tommy Travels, you amazing, awesome human being. Ozark Pathfinder says, we are not going to winterize it. Gotcha. Hitch up and tell. That's funny. It's no coincidence that Hippie has a black cat. Ah, there's the famous Hippie. So sorry, I'm late, just walking into my truck from the mansion, getting ready to head out and see you were on, so I'm watching as I set up to pull out. Hippie's at the scary mansion now. I was just talking about Hippie pulling some of your clips and having us kind of pick them apart and review them and try to figure out how the heck some of that stuff happened. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's next to a little coffee shop. Sounds cool. The scenery there is just unbelievable, Papa Drew. Ozark Pathfinder says, we use it. Awesome, awesome. I remember one winter we winterized ours, and we still used it. We just didn't use the bathroom or the sink or anything. And I guess we didn't do it right. And so we had a cracked pipe, which totally stunk. And then the following year, we winterized it, but we had well water in our tanks. We were new RVers. We didn't have a bunch of people that knew anything about RVs. It was like growing up, we didn't have RVs, so we didn't know any better, and we used well water in our tanks. Biggest mistake ever. We couldn't. even when we sold the RV, it still had that nasty smell to it. So, Happy Place says, we don't have to winterize. No plumbing is sometimes a good thing. It is a very good thing. It's a very, very good thing. Hippie says, okay, it's dark. I'm speaking a text. I can't read. Hello, everyone. Papa Drew, Hitch Up and Toe, Beyond Beauty, Tommy Travels. And, well, hello, Tommy Travels. Hitch Up and Toe, I'm not joking. I will put the RV back into storage and just leave. I think, and I'm not going to go into the politicals of where I stand politically or anything like that. What I will say is I've noticed that this election, the counting of the votes, this whole situation, it seems like there is just a very heavy weight in the world right now. Like, everybody's affected by what's happening right now, no matter whose side you're on. It just seems like it's so heavy. I can't wait for it to get to that portion where we just move on. Whatever decision happens, whatever happens, we just move on and we move forward, and we do the best we can with whatever the decision ends up being. Because it just feels so heavy and negative right now. Ozark Pathfinder said, city water, we do not have hot water heater hooked up, so maybe we will discuss how that is going. So far, so good. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, we didn't bleed our line well enough or something, and there was just enough in there that it froze and cracked it. Keep an eye on that. But we winterized it many times and just didn't use the toilet or the sink, and it worked fine that way too. Thank you, Nettie, for sharing the paranormal live video for me for Nomadic Hippie. I appreciate that. And if y'all check that out, then how about next Friday? That's what we'll plan to do. Next Friday, I will have the clips from Nomadic Hippie's paranormal streams. I'll go ahead and grab those, and then we'll go through and we'll look at those different clips and dissect them, and we'll see if we can figure out what's happening. If there's some kind of explanation other than a ghost. It's a ghost. Hippie says cat for 2020. Nettie says Kat's got her vote. Hippie says, I don't even know how you would download or copy videos. I can't do that till even my own videos. I think I'm just going to screen record it. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, by the way, Hippie and I have talked, just so y'all don't think I'm stealing Hippie's content. Hippie and I have talked about this particular thing, me grabbing the clips. So I'm going to do that. I think that would be fun for all of us. What do you think? You guys think that's a good idea? You want to do that? I'm just talking like y'all want to do it. Is that interesting to you guys? Would that be something fun to do on stream? Nell stopped for groceries now. Oh, thank you, Nell. I appreciate that. Hippie, wait a second. We've never talked about this. You're talking about thievery. You're stealing my content. What's going on? I've trusted you. Do y'all believe Hippie? I don't know. What I thought was funny was we all seen Hippie get his haircut and be in a bath live about 6 months to a year ago, somewhere around then. Well, on Halloween, Hippie decided to scare us all again, and he went live from a bathtub again. It's great content. Tommy says he feels so violated. Hippie, I knew it. I told Tommy all about you. Hitch up and toe. Did you have to remind us? That was a hilarious stream. I felt bad for Hippie. Don't get me wrong, I felt bad for him because he was scared to duck his head under the water. But at the same time, like, pretty darn funny. And I'm not sure, Hippie, you'll have to tell me yes or no. Did Uncle Lisa show you the picture that he caught people looking in that window behind you? Well, people looking in the window behind you of that bath. Because I might have to share that also. I might have to share that as well. Yeah, I know there's going to be one breaking news story come in this week. Hopefully y'all get a kick out of. And then I may have a second one, but I'm not sure if I'll get it out this coming week or next. Sheena says, where has Uncle Lisa been? I haven't seen him around in a while. Yeah, Little Bit was saying that too. I think he's just working a lot lately. Catching up on sleep, working a lot. I'm not really sure. Wow, it's already been 42 minutes. I didn't plan very well for this stream. But I appreciate y'all just hanging out with me and talking with me. Like I was saying earlier, if I miss a few streams, I feel so disoriented or shy. Hippie says, you're not shy. He always yells at me and says, you're not shy. But yeah, I have to get back in the swing of things when I miss a few streams. I have breaking news. BB3 steals YouTube content. I heard Uncle Lisa is building an offshoot of his place, so there's plenty of room for all of us to sleep when we fly over there to stay for a month. That's a good idea, Hippie, if he builds a little more room. But I thought we were all just going to cram in his bed with him. Like all of us, just piling one bed with Uncle Lisa. Ozark Pathfinder says, this has been chill and I like it. Oh, thanks, Ozark Pathfinders. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a while since I just did a talk stream where we just talk. Most of the time they're trivia or true crime or the hauntings one on Sunday, which I love having like a goal of what I'm going to do each day. But I also do miss just talking with you guys. Sundays are my favorite streams, though. I love doing Sundays because it's the collab. I get to spend time with the ladies, and I love it. Hippie says, I get to sleep in the bathtub. That's all I know. Tommy says, I've missed so many that I'm scared to come back. Oh, Tommy, don't be scared to come back. You're amazing. Linda Barker says, Finland meetup 2021. We should all just make like a fake plan for that where we all meet up with him. Or like, how do I explain what I'm trying to say? We should have like a Google document that shows who all is going to show up to Finland in 2021 and like make it this big fake thing. And then send it to Uncle Lisa and be like, oops, sent it to you by accident. You weren't supposed to know. Like freak him out and make him think we're all really planning to come there. It'd be funny. It just been so said, there's no room in Uncle Lisa's bed because of the horse. Shanna says, July? Melody said, that's dangerous with Uncle Lisa Lee, the same bed. I've been trying to get him to make more dolls. He made the BB doll, but I think he needs to make like a family of dolls and have them on a couch behind him or something when he goes live. I think it'd be funny. But they all need to be able to talk. See, I want too much. Oh, man. So what do I have on my plans this weekend? I'm going to clean out my closet so we can fix the closet. And I'm going to get all the clothes out of there that I don't wear anymore. And then take down Halloween decorations. Other than that, I really don't know what else I'm going to do this weekend. Probably not much. Nettie says, that was a crazy mop head baby doll. It was. The fact he made it talk was super entertaining. Nettie said, BB and Nettie this Sunday. Yay. Yeah, Nettie's got a really crazy one for us this Sunday. Hold on, let me get the name of the place. My memory doesn't work, just like I don't know how to use words, but it is the Haunted Graveyard Tree in Alabama. The Haunted Graveyard Tree in Alabama. Should be interesting. Hippie says, I can't say nothing bad about Uncle Lisa just yet. He's been an amazing help with this little restaurant idea that I am putting together. Yeah, Uncle Lisa, we tease him a lot. And, he has that love of horses and all. But he is an amazing human being. He really is. Hitchupinto says, I'm looking at this wall, then tomorrow the opposite wall. Are they at least 2 different colors, the walls? Or are they all the same color? Linda said, good way to change things up, Hitchupinto. I can't judge Uncle Lisa on his love of horses. I don't judge as long as I'm getting assistance. I don't judge. Oh, Happy Place said, wait, what is this Sunday? My daughter texted and I missed what you said. It is the Haunted Graveyard Tree in Alabama. Let me get the pictures zoomed up here and I'll show you all. That is what we're going to cover. The Haunted Tree. Shippinto said, wow, a graveyard for trees. It doesn't look very haunted. Okay, I don't remember what movie it was. There was a movie from my childhood where the trees turned into arms, the limbs on the trees turned into arms and would reach out and try to grab you when you were running through the forest. I don't remember what movie that was, but that terrified me as a child. And then we were talking about it in the Mag Hippies live stream one night, The Wizard of Oz, the flying monkeys. When I was younger and first watched The Wizard of Oz, the flying monkeys scared the crap out of me. Then when I got to be an adult, all I wanted to do was hold one of those flying monkeys and make it be nice and train it to be my pet. So I had a very different point of view on the flying monkeys. Hitchupinto, I see dead trees. Instead of I see dead people, I see dead trees. Nettie says that it's going to be a great story indeed. Hippie says, is that the tree in the cemetery where the witch was buried underneath? Happy Place said, I was going to say poltergeist. Oh, with the tree limbs moving. I don't remember what the name of it was. They had faces that would come alive on the tree trunk. and then the limbs would just start reaching out and grabbing people. But I don't remember what movie it was. Yeah, and Poltergeist, the trees came in the bedroom window. Yeah. Linda Barker says the NASCAR champion race is on Sunday. Nettie's laughing. Yeah, I had quite the active imagination when I was a kid. To this day, I am still scared every time I cross. It's called the Jefferson Barracks Bridge. It crosses from Missouri to Illinois. And it's red and it's got like the beams going over the top of it. And it reminded me as a kid when I seen the Annie movie, when Annie's climbing the bridge because the bridge opened up and she's trying to escape. This bridge reminded me of that. And ever since I was a kid, I have been scared of this bridge. And I still get like panicky when I get near the bridge. And it's all from the movie Annie. Movies really do affect me. I'm starting to realize that. Metakippy says, yeah, there is a tree in a cemetery. I don't remember if it was Alabama or Tennessee. A witch buried underneath there. And I think the duo finds shot video there. It was crazy. Hitchup and Toe said, did they throw an apple at you? I don't remember. I don't remember. I need a smaller house. I need a smaller house where me and my kids were all like right up next to each other. I know that sounds crazy, but we used to have an apartment and we could talk from one room to the farthest room away and you would hear us. Well, in this house, we have a thing that makes announcements through the house. And I still get text messages from one kid to tell the other kid something. I'm like, get off your butt and go tell the other kid. Why you gotta tell me? I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. Teenagers and electronics. I had to check the toilet for Jaws after watching the movie. Really tried to go fast so it wouldn't get my bottom bit. Now that is funny. I think I was scared of the deep end of the pool because of Jaws, which makes no sense either. Happy Place said, never thought of Annie as a horror flick. I don't think that it was a horror flick or that I was even scared of the whole movie. It was just the idea of being kidnapped, and these bridges look so similar. And I was scared that like when driving over the bridge, it was going to open up. I don't know, something like that. Okay, this might sound really poopy, but I did not notice on Halloween. Did you shoot a video from the hidden room in your home on Halloween? I did not. My teenagers switched up their plans at the last minute. We weren't going to have any, but we were going to have one teenager home. And then all of a sudden it flipped at the end, and we not only had all of our teenagers, we also had our teenagers' friends, and we were taxis for the night. So, Happy Place said, so weird, Happy. I was wondering that too. Quit typing my thoughts. I saw a question on here I wanted to answer. Oh, why don't the kids just text each other? Because if one texts the other one and says, hey, you need to do this, because like my one son lets the dogs out. It's his chore. He has to take the dogs and let them out to go to the bathroom every couple of hours. Well, if the other son texts him and says, hey, the dogs need to go to the bathroom, then he feels like he's being parented by his brother. So that is the situation right now. He texts me to tell me that the dog needs to go to the bathroom, so I can text the other child and say, please take the dog out, so that he's not parenting his brother. I'm telling you, as a mom, I think these teenage years are what's going to make me go fully gray. The way you have to word things, the way you have to kind of trick and work around things so that it's just a lot. And I don't think I thought about the teenage years when I'm going on 18 in December, going on 17 in November, and going on 15 in November. So 3 teenagers, all very close in age. Hey, Shakatan. Even the nodding is quite brutal. Ugh, I can't speak. Well, welcome back to the chat. It's been a while since I've seen you there, Shakatan. Tonight's just a chit-chat stream. Usually we have trivia, true crime, and hauntings, depending on which day it is. I tell my wife to tell the kids, then I come across as the nice dad. Shakatan said brutal as in violent. I don't think so. Have a good night, Ozark Pathfinders. Enjoy your evening. And then Nettie went ahead, because she's amazing. She does things before I even think about it. And she put the link in for New Horizons, to go on over and raid New Horizons. Oh, Shakatan, the modding is not beautiful. Seriously, Shakatan. The modding is not. Everything goes as long as you're respectful. As always, that's the way it's always been. So, no big deal. My kids are in their 40s. I still need to finesse communication between them. Yes, that's the word I was looking for, Linda, is the finessing. It's like you got to figure out just the right way to say it so that everyone ends up happy in the end. There's no, like, war from it. I don't know. Kind of funny. Yeah, I think that's about it. We're going to go on over and we're going to raid New Horizons. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me. I'm glad we had kind of a chit-chat stream today. I miss doing that with y'all. And wishing you all much kindness and much love. I will see you all on Sunday. Bye for now.